Let me be honest here, I suck at making these videos. I had my issues because I never wanted to be a creator flexing, I got this. But I was chatting with a friend, and it's really about sharing the journey. We did this together. It's not fair to not share these successes with those who have supported me over the many, many years. But also how none of this was intended or achieved out of any negativity. And for me, that's something that I'm really happy to share with you guys. I felt like I was robbing you guys of that. And I feel bad for not seeing it that way, honestly. There's always an easier way to make content, and sometimes going down the negative route is easier. But I felt like we did something by taking the positive route. And it might have been slower, but here we are. Life has its ups and downs, and today I just kind of wanted to share one of the ups. I'm putting myself out there for better or worse. I'm here to be judged, and yes, my camera work sucks because I never record myself. It's a skill set I very much lack, so I'm sorry in advance. I hope this sets me off to do even better in that area. Also, real quick, giveaway. I'm doing a Logitech G915 10 keyless keyboard, so anyone who comments, I'm just entering you into the giveaway. So if you comment, that's how you enter in. Heads up, the giveaway is US based only, as I have to ship you the keyboard in the US, so keep an eye only for my response. I'm gonna add you in Discord and ship you the keyboard. I don't use Telegram. Please message me in the Discord to confirm it's me. Don't fall for scams, but shout out to Logitech for supporting my journey and also the channel. All right, let's get into it. So the context is important. I originally moved to NYC to pursue a life in musical theater, or hopefully as a movie actor. I only had $50 to my name, and yeah, it's a dream. There was never any intention to do this full time, by the way. YouTube, gaming, or streaming was only something I did for fun later. At one point, I worked 3 different temp jobs all at once until I landed a job in human resources for a real estate company called the Durst Organization. So why am I even mentioning this? Well, I will say this. Don't ever close doors. You never know what opportunities may provide something to you, but don't necessarily have a fallback plan, but pursue multiple avenues is a more positive way to look at this. Where I ended up here, I had no idea I would end up here. And I hope this helps you chase your own dreams, but be flexible because you may have areas that you had no idea was even a dream you could even consider. Fallback plans don't mean you intend to fail, but prop yourself up to succeed. I mean, I was really alone. I didn't really have any family supporting me. Parents got divorced, my girlfriend left me after several years, and my friends stopped talking to me because I had nothing. Times were bad around 2009, and I made new friends through people who wanted to chase their dreams. My success meant I had to work hard and create those plans. Plans meant sleeping on the floor. Plans to ration food, eating out of cans. That feeling of when I got my first bed after 8 months of hardwood floor, stacking blankets and broken air mattresses, let me tell you. That was something else. I remember while working hard on the day job, I uploaded dumb YouTube videos. Played lots of World of Warcraft because it was cheap and I can play at 20 FPS on a laptop. I still have that laptop, this is it, and I still kept it to today. It's part of my setup somewhere, you know? I bought it from a pawn shop, so when people ask if I had a console, I did until it broke. But affording something for just gaming was ridiculous and out of the question. A laptop meant I could play and work, and I did not need a desk because desks were also expensive and there was not enough space in New York. My setup is years of hard work and saving. I don't go buy fancy clothing, I just use what I know and reuse it for later. So when chat asks me in stream they're struggling to game, I share that pain. I remember that time I built my first PC with the help of a friend, playing off an IKEA desk and a cheap $5 chair. I wish I had more photos of this time, but to be honest, I could barely afford to keep a working phone at one point. So it feels like lots of years I remember, not by photo, but just by my random YouTube videos I would post of Battlefield or World of Warcraft, or just even streams on Twitch. Talking about this makes my heart feel a little heavy. I forget how long it's been, how much has happened, but also how little I have told the story. So shout out to my now wife for being there during these years while we went to school together. We were a long distance relationship, so if you're questioning where she was at, she was pursuing her dreams and further her education. But in fact, she was with me during these low points, but also saw where I wanted to go in life. This is not a sob story, but as you can tell, one that has a positive ending, one that will require continued hard work. This isn't the end. So let's just show the tour, shall we? We settled outside of New York because luckily I can do my job from anywhere. At the base of the stairs, we have a recording sign when I'm recording content. This is a separately built out part of the house, so the left is a garage with my Porsche. Be interesting to look back in this video. I actually plan to give this car to my son one day to either pay for his college or I guess for him to keep for himself if he chooses so. I never really got anything from my family, partly because everything was so difficult, so this has been kind of a dream I wanted to give something to kind of pass down. We head up the stairs and we were greeted by Nessie and Longboy on the couch. This is a full multi-streaming setup room with 3 workstations. The boxes are for the cats. They love boxes, but today, let's focus on my setup. I got my laptop, which is also beat up, but it's how I've used chat, and it's connecting to one of the monitors whenever I actually do stream on Saturdays. My computer's an i9 12900K with a 3080 Ti. I'm going to share a personal story, and maybe this is probably you're going to question why I have 40 terabytes of storage, and I do it for content. I used to run tech in New York City, and I ran a psychic show once. I asked if my dad would be around to see my successes, and she told me to record everything. Later that year, he passed away, so I record everything, and I hope my dad is seeing this video. My setup, I use a HD 600 Sennheiser headset with an amp and DAC from a company spelled SCHIIT Audio. Use a Superlight 2, Logitech G Herman Miller chair, a G915 keyboard, and a SkyPad. I own lots of mouse pads, as you can tell, and mice. I mean, tons. I did them for reviews, but I did them for fun because I always wanted to get better at gaming, and I wasn't always the best, and I'm still not the best, and I always want to try to get better. So clearly I like Logitech as I own 2 of every mouse and hold on to quite a few for sentimental value, but currently testing the new 4000 polling rate Lamzu Atlantis, I try to give away mice to fans and care packages to friends. So comment down below if you want that to return. I hadn't done it in a while and I kind of miss it. I use a Shure SM7B with a Yamaha mixer. I use a Blue Yeti, and for recording different audio for different projects. I've been using the Yeti GX now currently. Monitors I use are the Mobius widescreen monitors for editing. Things are insane for single-player games, but also I use an Alienware 360Hz monitor for specifically Apex Legends and when I obsess about aim training and trying to improve. Below I have links to all these companies that have supported this dream over the years in case you want to get any of the products I mentioned. To the right of my setup, I have my YouTube plaque, and the wall is plastered in foam just to help, the sound out in the room. I got a display case with my old graded Pokemon cards. Lost a ton when I lost the house, but I did try to salvage what I could. Same for the Super Nintendo. The first game I could remember that I could play well was Super Mario World. Played a lot of earlier games, but that one holds something special. But I still have my original copy of Resident Evil 2. I love that game. I have good memories of when my parents were playing it. And I was too scared. I used to hide behind the door because I was too afraid to watch. I don't think they ever really beat the game, but it's good to know that I beat it. And that I succeeded in some area. Below are Apex Legends boxing gloves. Inside are every Super Nintendo game that I still have with me. It sounds lame, but when I left New York City, I felt like I was leaving my childhood behind, so I kept this console as it holds those memories, good and bad. Oddly, I still plug it in and play. I most recently played Mega Man X, and the game still works. Now, as we kind of wrap up, the room has a water cooler, and I say on stream to stay hydrated, I mean it. Then lastly, the mini fridge. Got to keep cold drinks for guests for when they're needed during the day. I think that wraps it up. I feel like I suck at this type of video. As I wrap it up, I worry that I'm going to be laughed at, judged hard for having things pointed at saying, why do you even need to explain any of this? Just show the darn setup. I don't know. I failed so many times in life. Maybe this is another failure video. I don't know. I thought the format would be interesting, but we keep going. Future is bright. Shout out to Soar Gaming, to all my friends there making content, doing consulting work, juggling being a husband and a dad. It's not going to get easier, but I can say, proud of where we're at. And, it's been interesting. So we just keep going. Yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Yeah, see you guys all in the next one.